Okay, hello. Good evening, everyone. Uh, Welcome back to our January week 4. Okay. Hi, Carl. How are you? I can see that there's more people today. All right, guys. Last week. Oh wait, not last week. 2 weeks ago there was class. I realized that some of you didn't show up. It's okay. Please remember to fill in your request form. Okay, your video request form, and I will send you the replacement video. I think I posted it in the group also. Okay, I couldn't remember. Okay, guys, we are using our January notes today, huh? Okay, happy Chinese New Year to all of you, by the way. All right, so last week was Chinese New Year. Okay, so I figure most of you would have forgotten, okay, most of the things, Okay, hi Gabriel, is this your first time here? Were you here a few weeks ago? Sorry, goldfish memory, couldn't remember. Okay, so hello Ryan, how are you? I can see that some are not here today, but no matter. All right, so what did we learn last 2 weeks before our Chinese New Year? Wow, that seems like quite long ago. So we learned that what is photosynthesis, all right, and this willow tree experiment, remember, I said that plants are made from air, they are made from carbon dioxide, not the soil. All right, and then of course, what is the formula of your photosynthesis? You need to memorize this, and the reverse is called respiration. Okay, and you need to know what is biomass. And then we did talk about our leaves, right? So leaves, you have your chlorophyll, your chloroplast. They are found in your palisade cell, which I have gone into. Okay, this is your palisade layer. Don't worry, I'll repeat it later. Okay, so for those who did not attend the class 2 weeks ago, okay, please watch the replacement video. If not, you wouldn't understand. All right, so your chlorophyll captures energy from light, okay, and then it will turn your light energy into chemical energy. Your glucose is your chemical energy. And okay, guys, pay attention here. Pay attention here. So plants, they will store glucose as starch. Okay, they will store it as starch. All of these are specialized cells. Yes, they are. Thank you, Carl. Okay, so this is your starch. So how do we test for starch? We use something called iodine solution. Okay, very important, huh? So if they turn blue-black, that means starch is present. There is starch. So I think I said this a million times already. If you test starch, if starch is present, that means glucose is present, right? If starch is present, glucose is present. And if glucose is present, photosynthesis happen, right? So photosynthesis will produce glucose, glucose will make starch. So if starch is present, the rest they happen. So that means photosynthesis took place. This is how we prove photosynthesis took place. Okay, are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? I think Ryan, you learned this like few months ago already, right? Gabriel, how are you? Are you okay? Are you okay? Please type a Y there if you understand. Okay. Uh, Hang on, guys. Did I turn? Okay. All right. Looks like a math formula. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's sort of like A equals to B, B equals to C, right? Okay. If C is 5, then B is 5, A is 5, lor. I know it sounds like a like a very stupid logical thing, lah. Okay, but yeah, that's what happens. All right. So I think we went through this already. So let me repeat again. So how do we test for starch? Can you straight away take a piece of leaf and drop iodine solution on it? No, you can't. You have to do a few steps first. So as you can see here, however, when iodine solution is added to a leaf, a color change will not be observed because of the presence of cell wall. If you remember what is a cell wall, Okay, there's a wall around plant cell. So when you put iodine, they cannot go into here and test for starch. So what do you have to do? You have to break this cell wall. Okay, you have to break this cell wall so that the starch inside can come out. Only you can test for it. Okay, so what do you do? So cell walls prevent the iodine solution from entering the cell. The presence of chlorophyll also masks the change of color. Chlorophyll is green. Can you see blue-black in green? Not to say cannot, but very hard. If your paper is green in color, if you color it blue, you can barely see anything. All right, so it is better if it is light color. So we have two jobs to do. We have to break the cell wall. We have to decolor. We have to bleach the leaf. You know, it's bleach. That means we wash off the color lah. Right, so there are two things we need to do. So number one, we need to use boiling water. Okay, you need to memorize this. First, you need to boil water. Why? This is to break down the cell wall. Okay, when you boil a piece of leaf, you're breaking down the cell wall. Guys, this is like cooking vegetable, right? Cooking vegetable. Do you eat vegetable raw? Okay, maybe some veggie you do, but I don't think you eat broccoli raw, isn't it? If you do, then you have very good teeth. Good for you, right? So you can't eat broccoli raw because it's full of cell wall. So what do? You put them in boiling water, you boil the hell out of it, and then it will become soft. So when you are cooking veggie, you are breaking down the cell wall. So that's what we do, number one. Number two, we use ethanol. You know what's ethanol? Ethanol is your alcohol. The same thing you can find in your hand sanitizer. Okay, same thing in your hand sanitizer. So this ethanol, they will remove chlorophyll. Okay, remove the green color. So now you can make your iodine test easy. Okay, sorry guys, I'm having a runny nose today, so my noise is my voice is a bit funny. Right? Anyway, so this is your ethanol. So you can use this knowledge in cleaning your shirt, right? Let's say now your shirt has an ink stain. You have something stained on your shirt. You can use alcohol and wash it off. I mean, you can't fully wash it off. At least you remove a big part of it. So that's your ethanol. All right, so to make the iodine test easier to be observed. So when starch is present in a leaf, it means that the leaf has been photosynthesizing. Okay, so pay attention to this sentence here. All right, this is what I said just now. If you have starch, you have glucose. If you have glucose, you have photosynthesis. Right? So by right, if you see any tree or you see any green plant, you take a piece of leaf and you do this, you boil it with water, you use alcohol, and you put iodine on it, you should be able to see change. Okay, let me show you this. Your iodine test on your leaf. You should be able to see this. All right. You see, this is not so nice because yeah lah, this one you can see lah. But you see the blue, black, and that green is not very contrast. It's not very clear. But if you see this, you see the difference? You see the difference? Can you see the left part of the leaf? Look at this picture here. Can you see the left part is like what do you call this color? Yellow. Okay, why is it yellow? Why are there only spots of black, blue, black? That means only those spots they do photosynthesis. The not dark color one, they don't do photosynthesis. They didn't do photosynthesis. That's why they don't show, they don't change color. But you see the right part, is all blue black, isn't it? That means they change color lah. That means they change color. That means starch is present. That means glucose is present. That means they have been photosynthesizing. They have been doing photosynthesis. All right. Yes, it's highly flammable. Guys, alcohol is highly flammable. Please don't put it near any heat source. Right? You should not use alcohol near any heat source. And please, for the love of God, do not put hand sanitizer in your car. Right? As you know, your car gets really hot, the thing can catch fire. Okay, so you guys okay? Are you guys okay? Gabriel, are you there? Are you there? Please type a Y if you are there. Let me know if you are there. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. So this is your, okay, good. Good. All right, so this is your carbon dioxide. Okay, so how do we test all these? Okay, let's look at all these experiment. Okay, so as we know, we need carbon dioxide and sunlight for photosynthesis, right? For photosynthesis, right? So how do we prove this? How do we prove this? Like I said, guys, science is about proof. It's about evidence. You cannot just say something, right? You have to prove. So how do we know you need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis? Very easy. You do this experiment. All right. So can you see these two experiments? We wrap them with plastic bag. One, I put soda lime. Okay, what is this? You don't need, later I'll explain. And one, I put sodium hydrogen carbonate solution. What is sodium hydrogen carbonate? Baking soda lah. You know it's baking soda? Go and ask your mom. Right? If she bakes, I'm sure you know. Right, so what is soda lime here? This is the thing that absorbs carbon dioxide. As you can see here, soda lime is a substance that absorbs carbon dioxide. That means inside this plastic bag, there's no carbon dioxide. All right, and then this is baking soda. Baking soda, they release carbon dioxide. This is how they raise your dough, how you make bread. So in this place here, there's a lot of carbon dioxide. So what do you do? After a few days, you take a piece of leaf here, and then you do this experiment. You cook it, you put alcohol, then you put iodine solution. By right, this plant here, the leaf will not change any color. You will still see iodine solution is yellow in color. Original is yellow. You won't see any change. Why? Because there's no starch. Okay, if there's no starch, there is no glucose. If there's no glucose, there's no photosynthesis. You see? No photosynthesis here because there's no carbon dioxide. You cannot do photosynthesis without carbon dioxide. So it proves our point. You see, if I take a piece of leaf, if it doesn't show any change, that means there's no starch, there's no carbon dioxide. Hypothesis accepted. Okay, and if you do this, you should see blue-black change. Why? Because there's starch, there's glucose, there's photosynthesis. Okay, are you guys can you guys understand this? Very easy concept. It's like a logical assumption. Okay, so let's just look at the explanation lah. The leaf from the plant with soda lime, that means this plant, does not change color of the iodine solution. No color change. Okay, no blue black. This means no photosynthesis is done. No photosynthesis is done by this plant. All right, so the other one, the other plant with sodium hydrogen carbonate solution, this one, changes iodine solution to blue-black. This shows that photosynthesis is carried out. That means this plant is doing photosynthesis. This is how we prove it. Okay, this is how we prove it. So you need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. As I said before, all plants, they are made from carbon dioxide. Without carbon dioxide, you can't do photosynthesis. Okay, easy, huh? So we can do the same for sunlight. We cover one piece of leaf with aluminium. That means there's no sunlight here. We cover this with plastic. That means there's sunlight here. So you should see the same thing. This thing will not change color. All right. The aluminum foil is removed. Leaf is tested for the presence of starch. It doesn't change color. So this one, no photosynthesis. So absence of starch tells us that photosynthesis is not carried out. There's no photosynthesis here. The experiment can be confirmed by testing another leaf not covered with aluminum foil. That means this one, no aluminum foil. So iodine solution turning blue-black, confirm that light is required. So you need light for photosynthesis. The soda lime should have died after 1 week. Yeah. It's kind of cruel, isn't it? Okay, but here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Plants, they are not that easy to die. According to experience, if you were to suffocate a plant, how do you do that? You wrap it with plastic. Okay, if you were to suffocate a plant, I mean, even 1 week later, they can still survive. I mean, see what plant lah, but most they can survive. All right, because plants they don't need that much carbon dioxide. All right, so guys, I don't know whether you have heard this before. They say don't put a plant in your room. Have I told you this before? They say don't put a plant in your room because at night, right? At night, when plants they don't do photosynthesis, they will take oxygen instead. Right? That means at night, right? Theoretically speaking, at night, plants will take away your oxygen. Okay, plants will take away oxygen. So should it be a concern, sir? Will I die because of this? Have you heard anyone die like this? Right? Because by this logic, right? By this logic, I cannot put plants in my room. If not, I will die of suffocation. That means I cannot sleep in forest lah. Right? Can you see how ridiculous this is? It's like me, I ask you to go sleep in a forest, right? Next day you will suffocate and you will die. Does it make any sense? No, it doesn't. Right? It doesn't. So it's not going to kill you. It's just that if you have a plant in your room, make sure you clean it because it's going to be a perfect place for germs to grow. Okay? Any of you have any plants in your room? I think it's nice lah. Okay, I have a plant in my room. I think it's nice because it makes your mood better to see something green when you wake up. Oh, only balcony. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I do have some plants in my house though. Okay, you know lah, because I stay in KL KL is all city, 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 city. Sometimes it's nice to see plants. Unless you live in not city lah. Right? Maybe you can see more plants. Okay. Room will be more dry. Yeah, the room will be more dry too, I agree. Okay, anyway, so understand this, you guys can understand this, very easy stuff, I'm just gonna go through this very quickly because next week we might enter February stuff already. Right, so the structure of a leaf, pay attention to this also, especially here. Okay, this point and this point. Right, this is what we call adaptation. Adaptation. Okay, what is adaptation? Means how are they, what do they do to help them absorb sunlight? That's adaptation. Okay, so how is a leaf adapted to do photosynthesis? Okay, leaves are very thin. Okay, very thin, so that light can reach all the cells inside them. They will grow in such a way that light will nicely penetrate every part. You see, leaves, they're smartly designed. And have you realized something? Have you realized something? You see a tree, right? They will never have overlapping leaves. Okay, they will cover nicely. They won't overlap because this is a stupid design. You see, if your leaves grow like this leaf will die. Okay, because it's covered. So they will nicely grow one. You see, plants, they are smart. They don't have a brain, but they are smart. All right, so, and of course, leaves look green because of the chlorophyll, as you already know. So this is inside your leaf. This is inside your leaf. Should you memorize this? You should, because in year 10, when you go biology, you will be studying this for your O levels. All right. So if you say, sir, I'm very lazy to memorize this, I don't like plants. I understand. Okay, because I hate plants too. Right? Don't, even you learning it, okay, I hate teaching it, you hate learning it. That makes two of us. I never like plants. All right. So it's the hardest specialized cell is, yeah, it's funny you should mention that. White blood cell, they are very specialized and they are very crazy. Funny you should mention that. White blood cell, they are so crazy that they will kill everything at its site. I'll talk about that next time, okay? Anyway, so let's look at your leaf. So this is the side view. All right. So it is so thin that it's difficult to imagine. There's so many layers. Okay, so first of all, this layer is called waxy layer. There's a name for it. It's called cuticle. Okay, it's called cuticle. Ryan, do you paint your nails? Do you paint your nails? I mean, girls, I mean, as a girl, many girls, they know what is this lah. You know, it's cuticle. You go ask your mom lah. If you don't, okay. All of you go and ask your mom. Oh, you don't paint your nails. Okay, fine. All right, so what is your cuticle? Okay, cuticle is the top layer of your nails. Right? I see the top layer of your nails is called cuticle. The top layer of the leaf is also called cuticle. All right. Why do they need this? Okay, why do you need a cuticle? This is to stop your skin from drying because the water can go out here. Same thing here. This is to stop water from going out. Yeah, you see, stops the leaf cell from drying out. So it's like a wax. So if you realize this, if you touch a piece of leaf, right, the top is very waxy, very smooth. But then the bottom layer is kind of rough because that's the bottom, they don't need this because water doesn't, I mean, it's not as fast as up there. So they need to block water here. They need to block water vapor. They need to block evaporation at the top. So they don't need to block here. So no need lah. So they grow at the top here. That's the cuticle. Right? I mean, next time if you go and do a mani-pedi, then they will tell you this lah. Anyway, so you have your upper epidermis and your lower epidermis. Epidermis means skin. You should have learned this in year 7, right? So as the translation says, this is upper skin. This is lower skin. So 2 layers of skin because a leaf has an upper and lower. So I want you to pay attention to these two. Okay, this is your palisade layer. Can you see they're arranged very nicely? They are arranged very closely. There's almost no gap here, right? Because they do the most photosynthesis. They capture like 90% sunlight here. You see, sunlight cannot escape them because they're so tightly packed. And then maybe there's a small gap here, but the rest they will all capture the sunlight. And then the bottom layer, you have a spongy layer. Why is it? Do you know what's a sponge, right? What is inside a sponge? Air. So what is inside this spongy layer? Air as well. Okay, so there's air here. What is this? Okay, they do small amount of photosynthesis, but mainly this layer is for gaseous exchange. Change gas, 交换空气. So they change gas. Banana leaf arranged properly. Okay, lor, okay, they do. Banana leaf is darker, okay? Anyway, so this is your palisade cell, your palisade layer. So this is a spongy layer. As the name says, sponge. You see, look at all these air spaces here. They kind of look like sponge here. So these two layers, they are the most important layer. One is for photosynthesis. One is for gaseous exchange. What is gaseous exchange? You will be learning this in your lung chapter. Rain, have you learned that? Have you learned that in your year 8? I think you're halfway through year 8, right? By right, you should have learned, okay, you have learned your lungs. I think you have learned your digestion also. Have you learned heart? Have you learned heart? And then there's the reproduction. Oh, not yet. And then there's the reproduction. Don't worry, I'll go into that. Okay, I'll go into that. So you have to bear with me for these few weeks because mostly you have learned this already. Anyway, so the bottom is called stoma. Stoma is the hole. Stoma is the hole. This is the tiny hole. This is for gaseous exchange also. To let oxygen go in, sorry, to let carbon dioxide go in, to let oxygen come out. This is called gaseous exchange. Gas exchange. Okay, gas exchange. So they will open in the morning, they open during daytime, and then they close when it's at night. Okay, this is one piece of leaf. Okay, of course, it's really thin lah. This thing from here to here is barely 1 mm. Okay, maybe half mm. It's really, really, really thin. So a leaf is very, very efficient, very amazing. Okay, so you know what? Let's jump into our revision. Jump into our exercise first because there's so many things to teach. Okay, let's do some exercise first. Let's jump to page 6, shall we? I'll be jumping around, guys. I'll be jumping around, because I don't want to teach one shot the whole chapter and then we do exercise. You will forget things. Right, so let's jump to question 1. So the words below have all something to do with photosynthesis. Choose the correct word to match each description. Oh, they work like a lung. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Carl, I'm not sure why is your message always up there. So I kind of miss it sometimes. Yeah, they work like a lung. Oh, funny you should mention the lungs. I'll show you a real lung picture when we go to the chapter. Okay, I have a lot of very nice real organ pictures to show you. Okay, you may use the word once, more than once, or not at all. So A, this gas is used by plants in photosynthesis. So when they do photosynthesis, they need carbon dioxide. I'm gonna write A here, guys, to keep it simple. Right? They are the reverse of us. Okay, we need oxygen, we give out carbon dioxide. They are the reverse. So next, this gas is made by plant. So they make oxygen. Okay, they make oxygen. C, plants get their water for photosynthesis from here. So where do they get their water? They get it from the soil here. Okay, they get it from the soil. Next, D, this green pigment absorbs energy from sunlight. That will be your chlorophyll. Hey guys, I have a curious question. Do your moms force you to drink this chlorophyll drink? My mom used to force me to. You know there's a drink for it. I think it's freaking disgusting lah. Okay, chlorophyll drink. I mean, according to many of those auntie they say very good for health. I think it's freaking disgusting. Okay, have you seen this before? Have you seen this before? Nice drink No, it's not nice. You see, super disgusting leh. They say very good for health. My mom used to force me to drink this one. Bleh. It tastes kind of like grass. Okay, it's like you blend grass into a juice, then you drink. Then yeah, that's it. I don't know lah. It's like it's like auntie thing lah. It's like your mom force you to drink 凉水 lor. You know 凉水 You know the herbal tea. I hate that thing. Okay, anyway, so number E, this tissue in a leaf is where most photosynthesis take place. Like I said, where's the layer? That will be your palisade layer. Stronger mineral taste. You sure or not? I don't think we drink the same brand. Maybe yours is nicer. Yeah, mine is freaking disgusting. Okay, so F. These tiny holes in the leaf allow gas to move in and out. That would be your stomata. You might say, sir, why is it stoma? Stoma up there, why is it stomata here? It's singular and plural. Okay, singular and plural. Stoma is the plural. Oh, sorry, stomata is the plural. You see, in biology, they don't add S one. Okay, they don't add S one. Bacteria is a plural. Okay, singular is called bacterium. So please don't say bacterias. It's like saying children's. Children is already plural. So please don't add S there. I mean, I do this all the time lah. Okay, because bacteria sounds like a singular. Okay, but it's a plural. All right, I don't make the rules lah. That's the way they are. Okay, so epidermis is the skin, chloroplast is the back, vein is the xylem and phloem. We'll go into that, and then you have your air. Yeah, things like that. So number 2. Okay, number 2, plants make food by doing photosynthesis. Plants can make food because plant cells have chloroplast. What is the function of a chloroplast? Right, like I said, chloroplast is the bag. The thing inside is the chlorophyll. So please don't say they absorb sunlight. That is wrong. They contain chlorophyll. All right. Chloroplast is to contain chlorophyll. I mean, if you want to write absorb sunlight, I accept too lah. Okay, they absorb sunlight for photosynthesis, whatever. Right, but the more correct answer will be to contain chlorophyll. Next, B, what raw materials are needed by plants to do photosynthesis? Like I said, they need 2 things. Can you say allow energy change? From what to what, you have to say lah. Okay, to change light energy into chemical energy. But that is photosynthesis though. You can describe like this in photosynthesis. Like this one I'm not too sure, but this will be the more correct answer. All right, so raw material, you will need carbon dioxide and you need water. Okay, so next. C. What substance are made by photosynthesis? That would be your oxygen and glucose, right? Plants take these and make these. We take these and make these. So it's like I say, it's like a reverse lah. Okay, so write the word equation. You just carbon dioxide plus water becomes oxygen plus glucose. Just, writing short form lah. Huh? Up here, you have sunlight. Down here, you have chlorophyll. Don't write short form in exam, huh? I don't think your school accept, right? I don't think your school accepts short form, right? Unless you are in year 10. Year 10, maybe they do, but lower years, I think they would want you to write the complete answer. Okay, maybe chemistry you can write short form, but not bio. Okay, next, number 3. Okay, they will force a word. Oh, right, they will. Yeah, they will. Oh, it's a word equation, right? You see, biology is about making you write long answers, isn't it? How do I know this? Because I used to take A levels. Okay, A levels biology is the worst because there's so many things to write, and they want long answers for that. Nightmare. Right. Anyway, number 3. Adrian is testing a leaf for starch. Here are the instructions for testing a leaf for starch, but they are in the wrong order. Rearrange the instruction in the correct order. So what do you do first? First you dip this thing in boiling water. First we put light in. Oh, when you do, okay, guys, here's the thing. Are you ever curious that what do you study when you go for PhD? Okay, a little bit of sharing to do lah. Okay, so when you finish your high school, okay, on a side note lah, this is not related. Okay, you finish your high school, right? You finish your high school, you will go to your pre-U. Okay, pre-university, as in you will do A levels, you will do STPM, you will do foundations, you will do matriculation, whatever you want to do lah. That's and then you have the SAMs, okay, SAMs, so many things. Okay, and then after your pre-U, after you finish your pre-U, you will go to your degree studies. This is your major part of university. You'll be doing this for 4 years. Okay, 4 years. And at this point, you are considered an undergraduate. Okay, you're considered an undergraduate. Masters and PhD, they're almost the same. Okay, so after your degree, you are done. Okay, you are done. So now, if you have a lot of money and studying is your passion, so you will go for a master's studies. Okay, you will go for your master's. So this is what we call a postgraduate. Okay, I just call it postgrad lah. That's a postgrad. Right. So what do they study in masters? They don't. In masters, when you do your PhD and your masters, you don't study anymore. You do research. You do research and you write papers. You write scholar articles. Yes, thesis. Yes, correct. You'll be writing theses, and they will be there. They will be like 4,000-5,000 words long, right? And you'll be doing this research for 2 years. So the more theses you write, okay, after you write one thesis, and if it's accepted, then you're considered a master, right? If you write 2, 3, 4 in different fields, then maybe you are a double master, triple master. If you have the money lah. Okay, guys, to do a master's is not cheap, and not to mention you don't work, right? You are only researching papers, so that means you have zero income. Okay, if you are so damn rich, then okay, good for you lah. But usually, very seldom you see people do masters one, because there's no need to. There's no need to, unless you are very passionate about the thing you want to do. Okay, then go ahead. Okay, so hope this makes things clear. So first you dip in boiling water. This is to break the cell wall. Next, you put it in alcohol. Wait, there's no alcohol here. Oh wait, there is. Oh wait, there is. This is an E here. Sorry, there's a typo here. Oh, your dad did it. What masters your dad did? Curious question. What masters did your dad do? So that would be number two. Okay, that would be number two. And then next you rinse with cold water. You have to rinse the alcohol away. If not, it will smell very bad. Then you put it on a white towel. Why does it have to be white? So that you can easily see the blue black. Next, you put iodine on it. Oh, law, I see. What kind of law? You see, when you do masters, is when things get very specific. Right. If you do law, let's say law, what law? Is it civil law? Is it corporate law? Is it There's so many law. Okay, I don't do law, so I don't know. You see, for me, I study civil engineering. Okay, you know what is a civil engineering? That means I build houses. I mean, used to lah, right? So, oh, criminal justice. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Right. So for civil engineer, if you say that you're a civil engineer, they will ask you, what field are you in? Are you a consultant? That means you sign papers. Are you a geotechnic engineer? That means you study soil. You are playing with sand. Okay, I don't play with sand lah, but you get what I mean. You're a geotechnical engineer. Are you a structural engineer? That means they build cement, they build concrete. It's your job to ensure it is safe, right? Or are you a building service engineer? That means the firefighting stuff, okay, to build all the stairs and everything. That's your job. All right, so what are you? Okay, you need to be very specific. It's like being a doctor lah. Okay, if you say you're a doctor, what doctor are you? What kind of specialist are you? Are you a cardiologist? Are you a general surgeon? Or are you a endocrinologist? So you see, so there's so many fields there. So the masters thing, okay, you only need to write one thesis to be a master. I think Ryan, if your dad is a master, maybe he did one. Unless you are really, really that passionate, maybe you do 3, 4, 5 theses. Trust me lah, one thesis is enough to kill you. You will not sleep. You will start to drop hair. Go ask your dad. I think he will tell you. Okay, law is a very hard degree to do. I'm sure your dad has his fair share of hardship he went through. Okay, go if any of your parents they graduated from university, go and ask them lah. Okay, university is not easy. Okay, so to graduate with a degree, you are good already. You're not bad, very good. I mean, masters, not many can do this. You need the intelligence and you need the effort. Not to mention you need the money too. Okay, so the more you know. Anyway, so what color does the ethanol becomes when the leaf is boiled in it? It will become green because it hooks away, it dissolves away all the chlorophyll. Why does the ethanol change color? Because chlorophyll dissolves in it. Okay, it's like ink lah. Okay, if you see your pen, you see the blue color ink, right? Inside is alcohol. Because alcohol can dissolve ink. You look at your printer ink, you will understand. You know printer ink, when you shake it, you can see the thing shaking inside, right? That's alcohol. That's alcohol. So I have a student very cute one. Okay, I have a student very cute one. He asked me, sir, can I? Oh shit, Carl, I didn't see your message there. You need to spend 12 hours. Yeah, if you do want to become a doctor, that would be 12 years of studies. All right. A and E. Oh wow. Okay. Guys, here's the thing lah. If you want to become a doctor, please don't do it in Malaysia. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. I mean, if you don't mind the injustice here, I'm okay. Or planning for HK, good. Not in Malaysia. Malaysia government, we treat our doctors like shit. To put it simply, like shit. You are treated as dirt. How do I know this? I have 6 friends who are doctors. 6. Okay? 6 close friends. I have other friends who are not so close, but they are doctors too. Not fun. Okay? Not fun. They always tell me, hey, they always tell me, hey, go and advise your student, don't be a doctor here. I say, why leh? Very hard, man. Hard. You're very underpaid. You are very overworked. Okay, basically you work like shit and you get paid peanuts. Right? It's like it's like an ultimate insult lah to be a doctor here. Okay, take it from me lah. I've seen them and yeah, it's okay. You don't want to be a doctor here. Okay, learn Cantonese. Huh? Why your Cantonese is very bad, man? Carl? Watch more TVB, you will learn. Okay. Anyway, so your chlorophyll will dissolve in it lah. Huh? So what color does the iodine show when placed on leaf that contains starch? Okay, when you have starch, it will become blue black or 10%. Now watch more TVB, then you'll be okay. Okay. Are you a banana by any chance? If it's banana, then it's harder lah. If you're not, then it will be easier. Okay, speak more, then you'll be fine. Okay, so does not contain starch, it will remain yellow. Or you can say brown lah. Or brown yellow. Okay, now what do you mean you don't know? Are you like a full banana or like a half banana? Guys, do you know what's a banana? Semi banana. Okay. That means can you speak Mandarin? Can you write Chinese? Can you write Chinese? Oh, that's a semi banana. Oh, 50. Okay lah, if you can write, you're not a banana lah. Okay, you're not a banana. I have friends who are like really, you can speak but not writing, not really. Okay. I have friends who can't even write their name. That is a full-on professional banana. If you can speak but not write, you are considered as a half banana. But if you can write some, you are like a quarter. If there's such, it is a spectrum of banananess, right? It's like rainbow spectrum. There's no yes or no. It's, a score of 1 to 10. How banana are you? Okay. Like me, I'm a very hardcore Chinese. Okay. I'm a hardcore Chinese, as in I speak a lot of Mandarin. I mean, my English is pretty good lah, but my I do speak a lot of Mandarin. Okay. I'm a hardcore. My banana skill is almost zero. I can tell you that. Right. Anyway, so when doing investigation on photosynthesis, what should you do to ensure the plant is de-starched for accurate experiment? Right. What is de-starch? That means I need to clear starch off a plant. I cannot use any plant and do experiment because there will be starch inside and I cannot prove anything. I need to clear off all the starch first. So what should you do? You should place the plant in a dark place for a few days. Okay, we need to ensure all the starch is gone. It's called de-starch. Okay, it's called de-starch. Okay. Hey, curious question, guys. Where do you guys stay? Where do you guys stay? Because I do have quite a number of students from other states. Are you guys from other states? Oh, Eco Majestic, as in Semenyih. Oh, as in Semenyih. Hey, I was almost going to buy there, leh. Wow, shit, we almost became neighbor. But too bad, it's quite far. Wow, it's really far, isn't it? I wonder how you come to KL, because there's only one road here, right? You need to pass by Makota and you need to pass by. Wow, very far leh. Okay, because I used to study in Sungai Long. Oh my god, the traffic there is crazy. So I see Eco Majestic. Wow, I really want to die. Good. You have the patience to travel. Bayan residence. Okay. Wow, how you need to so detail, man. Rimbayu Tropicana Awan Bayan residence. Okay, good. Okay, cool. So Gabriel, what about you? Hey, why is my chat so funny? Why are all the new messages up there? Did I do something to the chat? Why is it like that? Okay, so Gabriel, where do you stay? I stay in Cheras, by the way. I stay in Cheras, by the way. So technically speaking, if I go visit you, Ryan, my house is quite near yours, but not quite though. Oh, Klang, which part of Klang? Which part of Klang? Like for me, every Tuesday I will go Klang to teach. Or around 30 minutes. If there's no jam, I'll go to Klang. Wow, trust me, I travel from Cheras to Klang, that is one hell of a journey. You just moved from Cheras. Oh, which part of Cheras? Oh, you used to be from Cheras. Oh, shit. Hey, we used to stay in the same area. Which part of Cheras? Do you stay at the Batu Sembilan? Because usually Batu Sembilan, they will move to... I really like Eco Majestic. It's really nice there, but... Wow, Hou Yun, I travel like that, I will just die. Oh, Segar Perdana. That means near Leisure Mall there lah. Oh my God, we are really close. I stay in Ulek. Taman Ulek. You know Taman Ulek? There's a Pantai Hospital there, one. I used to stay there. Whoa, shit, we used to be so close. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, okay. You single man? No lah, I'm not single, I'm married lah. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with the chat though. Yours is like up there. Yeah, I'm moving to Putrajaya next year. I cannot stand the traffic. Cheras, I mean, if any of you have been to Cheras, you are welcome to come here. Okay, to say that it's a freaking disaster in jam, that would be an understatement. All right, okay, so next number 4. So you have your carbon dioxide in starch production. So why the cover must be transparent? Well, obviously, this is to allow sunlight to reach the plant. Okay, allow sunlight to reach the plant. Okay, so B, X is put in a petri dish to add carbon dioxide. What is X? To add carbon dioxide, you use baking soda. So this is called sodium hydrogen carbonate solution. Okay, you might say, sir, cannot write baking soda, meh? I don't know. All right, but this is the scientific name. Because baking soda in scientific term is called NaHCO3. Wow, what is this, right? Next time you learn chemistry, you understand. Okay, so Y is put in petri dish to remove carbon dioxide. That will be your soda lime solution. Okay, lime, as in limestone, as in 石灰, lime is calcium. You know your teeth, you know eggshell, those are called lime. Lime not as in limau. I know that one is called lime too. It's not limau ice, it's not the mamak limau ice. That one is not. I mean, it's called lime too, but in science, that is not lime. Okay, sodium bicarbonate, yes, sodium bicarbonate. Yeah, there's a name for it. That's another name for it, sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so that's a soda lime. Next, which substance X or Y helps the plant to produce starch? Okay, when you produce starch, that means you do photosynthesis. So what helps the plant to do photosynthesis? That will be X, because you need this for carbon dioxide and photosynthesis. Okay, easy, this is a very easy experiment. So number 5. Okay, do let me know if you need to go back and copy. So how does the mass of a growing cucumber change in a day? Large cucumbers appear to grow quickly. Why are they using cucumber though? So in this experiment, a cucumber plant was placed close to a top pan balance, and one of its growing cucumber was placed on the pan. The mass of cucumber was measured every hour. Okay, as you can see, the cucumber keeps gaining mass. Okay, why? Because cucumber, by the way, cucumber is full of water. So this is showing you that this thing is absorbing water. So what was the weight gain in mass over 7 hours? So from 177 gram to Okay, this is a bit hard to see. I would call it 185, sorry, 184.5 gram ish. Okay, around there lah. Or 0.3 lah, because this is 1/3 lah. Okay, this is a rough figure lah. So this is a 7.3 gram increase. Okay, basically the cucumber drank water. Okay, so construct a table to display the increase in mass in each of the 7 hours. You draw it yourself lah. So from 177 to 178 to 179.5 to 181.3-ish, 182.3-ish, 183.1-ish, 183.5. Rough figure lah, rough figure lah. Okay, as long as your answer is there, you'll be okay. Okay, this one you do yourself. So when was the greatest growth? When was it there's a big jump? That will be here. From 11 to 12. Okay, 11 to 12 noon. Now, why? Because that's when most water is absorbed. There's a lot of photosynthesis. That's why they absorb more water. Yeah, 184.3 each, like A plus minus. So the least growth is when they absorb the least water. When the graph looks the flattest, that would be around 2 to 3. Okay, to 2 to 3. You might say, sir, why 2 to 3? They absorb so little water leh? Because you see, when the weather is too hot, plants will close their stoma. The stomata will close. Why close leh? Got sunlight, they don't do photosynthesis, man, because it's too hot. When it's too hot, they will rather close their stomata, not to lose any extra water. If not, they will just dry up and die. So this is why they absorb the least water here. Okay, hope it makes sense. Hope it makes sense. So when the weather is too hot, they will rather close and not absorb water. Okay, so D, if the cucumber plant has some of its leaves removed, when you pluck away the leaf, you take off the leaf, they cannot lose water, they cannot absorb water. Okay, and they cannot lose water as well. How would you expect the graph of its growth compared with the graph in this experiment? Okay, so you can say, okay, since there's no more leaves, right, they cannot do photosynthesis, right? So it will have less growth. Okay, less growth because when leaves are removed, less photosynthesis is done. So less water is absorbed. All right, less photosynthesis, less water. Is it very, very easy concept? Okay, guys. Okay, this is very simple. So, you know what? Our time is almost up. I'm sorry I cannot finish this by today. Next week, I will wrap this chapter up. And I believe by next week, you should receive your February notes. Okay, it's being delivered to you. I'm not sure whether they can reach you, in time. I hope they do. Okay, so if you didn't receive it, I will put the soft copy in Google Classroom. You can use that for now lah. Right, so if there's no question, nice seeing you all today. I will see you guys again next week. Have a happy Monday. Okay, I will see you next week. All right, so good night, guys. Take care. See you next week and bye-bye. Good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.